All right, y'all. Happy Monday. This is the start of week 5. So you guys can celebrate that this thing is almost over. I know some of you have put in a little bit of extra work because of all of these points that are available. This is our last week. So a couple little things to cover that'll be slightly different this week. One, there are a little bit more points available. You could do a post in the gym and get that extra social media point, but you can also do a post outside the gym in Longhorn gear, and you can collect both points per day. So now you can get a point in the gym, but you have to be here. So meaning like you take a picture in the gym and you post that, tag Longhorn, but it can't be like a picture of you from 5 years ago. It's got to be like today's workout, take a picture. The point is to give you a bonus point when you work out. It's not to give you a bonus point and you not come to the gym. This whole thing is built around getting people to show up more, work out harder, right? The whole thing is built around higher attendance and higher effort. So we're going to reward everything that goes that direction. So on social media, like I said, you can get both points per day now, so it's an extra 2 points per person. And then we have some other points that are going to come up during the week. There are going to be some extras and some fun ways to try and accumulate points. All right, so we're going to do 4 minutes of cardio today. We got 20 seconds of the split stretch. We're just going to do that from the standing position. So you're going to go to one side for 20 seconds, the other side for 20, and then the middle for 20. After that, you have pigeon. So your front leg is at 90 degrees. Your back leg extends back. Angle your belly button towards your ankle. Hold for 20 seconds, and then go the other side. 5 shin box rotations. So feet shoulder width, and rotate side to side. Push your knees all the way to the ground. Back and forth till you've done 5 and 5. Then you've got banded bicep stretch. Same thing we've been doing on Mondays. Mike's pretty much doing that right now. So you're going to lean away from that. You can rotate your arm up. You can rotate your hand over. What you're feeling for is something that's going to help to stretch out the muscles in the biceps and maybe some pec and shoulder. Then you're going to do face pulls. So you have 10 reps where you pull that to your chest, and then 10 reps where you pull that to your face. And you're going to try and keep your shoulders down and get those shoulder blades moving as you're doing the pulls. So what most people look like, if you were to watch them from behind, is their shoulder blades are naturally separated because of their posture and lifestyle, and then their arms move as they do pulls. But this doesn't change at all, and you should be seeing a wrinkle created back there when those shoulder blades are moving. That's a cue that we're using our back instead of just our arms. So anyway, 10 and 10. Then we've got our clean and jerk, just like we did last week, except for now we're down to 3 reps. We're still going to do 10 rounds. You got 90 seconds per round. These 3 reps must be unbroken. If you see the guy on the screen, this is what your bottom position should look like. Notice that his head is up. Most of us are looking at the ground or the bar, which is going to cause you to roll your spine, which makes you use your lower back instead of your legs. So head and chest stay up, especially through the drive. You can go into a full squat, or you could catch in the power position where you're in a quarter squat, and you could push jerk or split jerk. Either way, as long as you end up with your feet back side by side and arms locked out. So you can see he catches that bar in the front rack position with his elbows really far forward, nice and high. And then he's going to use his legs to drive that bar off the shoulders. And then he drops his hips back down underneath it, locks his arms out, and once he's stable, he stands back up. So you guys can do that into the split position or into the push position. So catch it with your feet side by side in the jerk, or you can do the split. But you got 3 reps, have to be done in a row. That bar cannot rest on the ground in between reps. And then from here you stand all the way up. And you can work your way up. You can go with the same weight the whole time. You can go up in weight. It's up to you. You attack that EMOM however you would like. Then once we're done there, we're going to put the barbells up because we need a medicine ball for the main workout. And what we're going to do is 12 wall balls. And then you're going to run around the cones, which this cone will be right here at that point. You're going to run around the cones twice, and then you got 12 wall balls. Run around the cones twice, 12 wall balls. So a wall ball, you pick up that medicine ball, it's a full squat until the crease of the hip is below the top of the knee. Then you come up, thrust that ball to your target. It must make contact. So for one rep to be a full rep, you've got to hit squat depth and hit the target. For RX, it's normal standard. It's a 20-pound ball for guys. It's 14 for the ladies. For the burn, it's 14 pounds for the guys, 10 for the ladies. And for comp, it's 25-20. And to be clear on this, because we're going on points and we're competing, I'm going to be watching, and I'm not going to come over and no rep everybody. If you don't squat deep enough, you will not get the points. If you don't do all your reps, and I happen to count one of your rounds, which I do all the time. I count people's reps all the time because sometimes I just want to see where they're at. So I can say, you got it, 3 more, almost there. I'm not trying to bust everyone cheating. My brain has just been counting reps for 30 years, and I count whether I want to or not. But what I'm getting at is, if you go and decide to go comp, and you start busting out wall balls, and you're not hitting the height, or you're not squatting deep enough, you're using that heavy medicine ball, and you will not get those points. We're only going to give them if you're hitting your full range of motion. So don't go up if you don't think you can squat all the way or you can't hit that target. You're not going to get the points anyway. Wall ball is probably the #1 no-rep exercise in every single thing we do. There is nothing we do where people take no reps more than a wall ball. It's because you spend your whole time looking up and then you start not squatting deep enough. And then you start focusing on your squat and then you miss the wall. There's a lot going on there athletically that requires a lot of focus and attention, so it's just a hard one to do. It's not that you guys suck or that you're cheaters or anything like that. It's a hard technical movement that requires a lot of oxygen. So what I'm getting at is, if you question whether you can do it all, I wouldn't go up. Because you've also got a 15-minute time cap today, which gives you 3 minutes per round, which is quite a bit for this. But if you get yourself in the hole, 3 minutes goes by pretty quickly. So make sure you make a good choice on that. We'll all start at the wall. At 3, 2, 1, go. You'll bend down, pick your ball up, go into a full squat, start knocking out your wall balls. You finish 12, run your 2 laps, go through 5 rounds of that. When you finish your second lap on your last round, come back, tag your medicine ball, and then check your clock. So wherever your wall ball is, that's going to be your finish line. So come back, touch your med ball, and then you're done. Questions on any of that? All right, let's warm up. We've got 4 minutes of cardio. We'll see if we can get loose. Kick off this last week.